It's time to go right to Shipwreck's slightly uncomfortable segment.
That's what we just were in.
That was Shipwreck's slightly bored segment. This is a different type of uncomfortable. This is from @noman8334. With New York legalizing marijuana for adults last week. Okay, this is an old one. With New York legalizing marijuana for adults last week, perhaps Ohio isn't that far behind. Do you think you'd partake if it's legal in your home state?
No.
You didn't seem that uncomfortable.
It doesn't appeal to me. I don't have any problem with people smoking marijuana.
How do you know it doesn't appeal to you? Maybe it's like green eggs and ham.
I don't think I need like another vice that I'm just like introducing to my life for no reason.
What
you don't need it.
What if you could replace alcohol with that one?
But I like alcohol.
But you could like this one more. I'm just asking for no man 83 whatever.
No, I'm all for legalizing marijuana.
Okay.
I don't think it's something that I have any interest in.
Oh, okay. I forgot to mention this during watch this boys. Did you Sasquatch?
Well, you can't interrupt Shipwreck's slightly uncomfortable segment with Sasquatch.
That's
it's related to the legalizing of marijuana. That's
Go
what I'm
on.
bringing up.
All right, I'll allow it.
Did you what? I
don't even know what you're talking. You're talking about Bigfoot?
It's not a documentary about Bigfoot. It's on Hulu. It's called Sasquatch, and it's about a guy who worked in a marijuana field in the early 90s in Northern California. And there's this whole area in Northern California where there's essentially no law. And it's ridiculous.
And they have Bigfoot.
3-episode documentary. It's in the area where most Bigfoot sightings are in the country. It also happens to be this area where there are more missing people per square foot than anywhere else in the country, because there's literally
of Bigfoot, because of Sasquatch.
Well,
he's getting high and eating all the people. I solved the case. I didn't even need to watch it.
So you should watch it. You would like it, but it goes into the whole argument on what legalizing marijuana has done. But anyway,
okay. Well,
I'm generally pretty relaxed as well. So there's not like a big benefit,
right?
That marijuana would have for me.
Okay.
So.
Well, I have another one for you then, since that one didn't make you too uncomfortable.
Crack cocaine.
With New York legalizing crack cocaine, I am Nick Pedro writes in and says, if Shipwreck had to have dinner with a Fox News host, who would it be and why?
I'm going to be honest and say I can't name that many Fox News hosts.
Well, you have to have dinner with somebody. So you got to name it.
Gosh, the only, so who do we have? We got Hannity. He's on there, right?
Still there. Yep.
Hannity's still there. And then we have Tucker. That's the only two that
you could probably have a civil conversation with Chris Wallace.
Is he still there?
Yeah, he's still there.
That's where I would lean, I guess, would be Chris Wallace. I mean, I can't imagine just sitting down and having anything to say to Tucker or Sean Hannity.
And I bet Tucker would only serve frozen meals anyway. You don't want that.
I don't get it. Explain the joke.
I don't either. But
he's the heir to the Swanson's frozen food fortune.
Oh,
okay. Honestly, the only time I see these guys is when they get posted in Twitter. Like, right? Like, if it weren't for people like forwarding or retweeting things of them on Twitter, they would have no impact on my life at all. Like as far as like a direct impact of I know who this person is.
Ooh, I know who you'd want to have dinner with. MTV's Kennedy. Remember her from the 90s?
She on Fox? She's
on Fox News, yeah. She's awful.
She's rebranded herself as an asshole.
Yeah, but there's something about having dinner with MTV's Kennedy.
Right. I had a crush on her.
It's the glasses.
She looked like, I don't know. She smelled a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Looked a little smelly. But not, not in a bad way. Just like a little.
I understand. I get it.
Like she might skip a shower like now and then. That's all.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. All right, that's good for your slightly uncomfortable segment. Let me get to what would Wombat do? Tales from retail. By the way, if you have some tales from retail that you want Wombat to comment on, email me at cheapyd@gmail.com. We did this one last time. Okay. Michael writes in. He says, what would you do if you got shoes at a retail store and went to return them a week later? And the sales assistant says, sorry, we're actually going out of business. We can't take returns right now, but I can give you a different size. What do you do, Wombat?
Take the different size? Why are you returning the shoes? Are you returning the shoes because they didn't fit? Because that's what you're making it sound like.
He wasn't. He didn't give me a lot of information on why he was returning the shoes.
Because the response is, we can't.
Oh, he was working there. He was working there. That's why. He was the clerk.
Oh, he's the clerk.
He's going to tell you how the woman responded and see if he responded.
Because if I walked into a shoe store and I said, I'd like to return these, they don't fit.
Yes.
And the man said, I'm sorry, we're not taking returns right now, but you can exchange them for shoes that do fit.
Right.
I would say that is a reasonable solution to my dilemma.
Right. Okay.
I understand your plight.
So in this case, the customer, the lady threw a deeply discounted belt at me in rage. So you wouldn't throw a belt at a store clerk, would you?
I don't think I would throw anything at a clerk.
That's good to know. That's inappropriate.
Yeah, I've never done that.
Right. That's good. That's good to know.
I did have to get into a fight with the Sirius XM people.
Why?
With a belt?
With a belt. Because I had set up so when the trial was over on my wife's car, because it's relatively new,
yes,
that it would kick in for the year. But I called to make sure that I wasn't paying that full rate because the full rate is bananas. I won't pay more than $60 a year for Sirius.
Okay.
And they said, fine. I talked them into that. That was back in January. And on Sunday, her thing was up. And of course, they charged me the full rate for the year. And I get the alert from my phone buzzes. A charge has been made over your special. I'm like, what charge? And I see it's serious. And of course, then I was angry. And then I tried calling and I couldn't call because it was Sunday and they don't answer the phone on Sundays.
Yes.
So, but their live chat works. So I had to live chat with someone. I was like typing away, you need to fix this. And
you get too angry, I feel like we both get too angry.
And they said, she said, oh, we're so sorry. I'm like, yeah, I was told it was going to be this much. She goes, oh, she actually said, it looks like you are correct. So they made the change pretty quickly. And I got the refund for the difference that day. So that was nice.
That is very
reasonable.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. You told me a price. You charged me more than double it. I would like back.
I understand how they charge you more than double it too, though, because they're not set up to let's enter all these people's discounts so that when the date comes, it automatically goes in.
They told me I could. And the funny thing was, I did it for my car.
They told you that, but
they screwed it up.
Yeah,
at least they fixed it. It could be worse.
They're gonna do their standard practice until somebody calls, and then they'll fix it. It's a numbers game here.
Yes. They know that not a lot of people are going to fix it. Call in. Yes. Something, whatever.
Right.
I'm losing my mind. But anyway, that's that. That was my tale from retail.
Nice.
Retail tale.
Dude, I lost my temper the other day.
To who?
I was playing 11 table tennis.
Okay.
In my backyard at night because I can't play during the day. It doesn't work outside during the day in the sunlight. And I have more space outside. I can wear my shoes and everything and move around. So I like to play my competitive matches outside. And I was playing with a guy, and in between points, he starts giving me I'm going to cut your throat with the paddle motion, in between serves and stuff. It's getting very competitive. He doesn't have his mic turned on, but we're playing this ranked match, and I beat him. I beat him, and he turns his mic on at the end of the match. And is a very sore loser. And he starts telling me, oh, you're so boring to play against. It's a real snooze fest. Great. You beat me, but it was so boring. And then he's like, and that was it. Like I got so angry. Like I should have just left the room. Instead of leaving the room, I went out of my way to turn the mic on and to start to yell at him, to tell him like, I can't have somebody telling me that I'm doing table tennis wrong in that way. So I'm like, what are you talking about? You're a sore loser. I'm in my backyard by myself with a helmet on at 8:30 at night. Any of my neighbors are outside. They can hear me just yelling at this guy saying, I'm playing the exact same way that I play in real life. Don't tell me that I'm boring. What are you even talking about? You're a sore loser.
I'm nationally ranked. What are you?
I didn't say that. I say, look, I play in the exact same way that I do in real life. And he's like, well, how old are you? Like 40 or something? And I was like, I'm older than that. Like, what's your point?
Let's go with that. Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm older than 40. Is that like, what are you trying to say? He's like, well, you play longer than me. I'm like, he's like, I'll play you till you drop. That's what he keeps saying. I'll play you till you drop. He's like, why don't you go get some Pedialyte and we'll play more till you drop. And I was like, yeah, I'd rather not. And then I just exited. But I was yelling and I got so worked up. Like, I think I had my heartbeat tracker on, and I'm sure like after the match was over, my heartbeat spiked. And I was like, felt so stupid for even engaging the guy when all I had to do was just hit exit room when he started yelling at me.
We need to play at night so I can go outside.
Yeah, it's pretty cool outside. It is.
I bet it'll be fun in the summer.
But you have to do it at night, unfortunately.
I know. I could do some the supernatural at night outside.
Even in cloud cover is no good. It's like if the infrared gets through, like it's all over.
Gotcha.
Doesn't work. Anyway, that really, and I still think about like how annoying that was. But meanwhile, I don't want to like ruin, like say that the community is bad for the table tennis, because I've had like 2 bad experiences out of hundreds of games, and most of the people are very nice. Anyway,